Hi, I'm Alan. Welcome to Game Review. Today I'm gonna introduce you Loretta. 1947. One day a man called Chambers and he said he's a private detective. He came to a house and said he was sent to meet a man called Harris by his clients. However, there's nobody called Harris in the house but a woman called Loretta. Chambers said, "Your husband owes my client something to Loretta." But Loretta said her husband, Harris, has missed for over 2 weeks. Even the police officers don't know where is he now. After the conversation, Loretta was standing on the porch and thinking of something. Frankly, Loretta knows everything, even where is her husband now. She killed him and left him in the well. This game is not only a story-driving game like Uncharted series, The Last of Us, Marvel's Spider-Man series, but more like a classic mystery novel or movie. It always reminds me of The Reflecting Skin and 1922 in the whole process. If you like this type of works, mystery cases, and murder stories, or be able to play a game with a brilliant story, easy puzzles only, I recommend this game sincerely. Based on it's a story-driving game, I want to talk about the benefits and defects first. Benefits. This game process is able to separate into 2 major parts: solving the puzzles and the story articles. The puzzles are not that hard and most of them are easy to solve with your first try. It's good for continuing the emotions and don't be interrupted for immersing the story. The puzzles are usually give you some psychological hints and signs relevant to the story like the monsters, surroundings, characters in Silent Hill 2. This game is with 5 different endings. The good news is if you want to reach the different endings, then you can jump to the selections that make the story different and skip the dialogues that you've already read. This game is similar as the same genre of games. You'll have the several choices and they are able to affect the process, even the endings, based on some of the selections. We are also capable of acknowledging Loretta's personality and learning why did she do such a horrible thing like that. And some of the choices are able to let us know further more of this story. But be careful. There are some of choices would make things worse or kill Loretta, so please make your own decisions before considerations. Defects. As you've seen, this game is not with detailed and stunning art displays, average music, and the characters' behaviors are awkward. But even though I said these stuffs, we all know the point is the story. These defects are like it would be marvelous if these things were done well. And that's also why I make this video for this remarkable story. And I do like this game quotes the sentences from Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. They fits in the game. Spoiler alert before I share the story and make sure for you want to experience the unique adventure or hear the story here. Based on this game is with multiple endings, I'll combine all the clues and put them together to be a whole story. Let's set off the journey of Loretta's blue, suffocating nightmare. First, we need to go back to the time before this tragedy happened. New York 1929, Loretta met Walter Harris and they fell in love and married. After a few years, Loretta was pregnant, but unfortunately it was an ectopic pregnancy, so they had to lose the child. In this period, Harris was obsessed writing, but for some reasons he couldn't publish his first book. But good thing is he found his own way and the books were able to make money eventually. Since Harris knew he is talented, he quitted his job and focused on writing. But time went by, bad things happened. Harris didn't go well on writing and publishing anymore. And as the most women in the era, Loretta was a housewife. She didn't work after being married. After several frustrating experiences, Harris started gambling and cheating on his wife. Loretta knew all the things 'cause he didn't touch her for a long time and the smell of onion. Loretta knew where was the smell from, she just didn't tell. Due to no incomes and these things that Harris had done, they got serious financial problems. For this situation, Harris reminded of a farm that he inherited. For Harris, he thought it's a good chance to focus on his new novel. But for Loretta, she was living in a big city for a long time. She hates everything about countryside. Warm air, broken home, wheat fields, she hates everything. All the things happened made Loretta want to leave this home. So she went to a bank want to apply for a loan, but it's impossible to get money due to she is a housewife without incomes. But the bank clerk said her husband Harris got an insurance by the publisher. It's able to get $30,000, but after Harris is dead or missing only. $30,000, it's a huge number, so she got a mean idea. When Loretta left the bank and ready to go home, she met a lady called Margaret who was working in a restaurant that supply onion rings. Loretta always knew the relationship between Margaret and her husband and where is the onion smell from. But she didn't overreact in this moment, 'cause she knew what's gonna happen. On the way to go home, Loretta went to gas station due to run out of fuel. And she also purchased rat poison for the plan even though she is not really ready for it. Harris said his new work is about to be published. They would have a huge income this time. But not for a long time. They argued for some casual things again. It made Loretta knew she don't want to be dominated and be a housewife anymore. She killed Harris and threw him into the well in the yard. After the murder, she went home, but her leg was hurt by a nail on the stairs. Loretta had told Harris to fix the stairs for several times, but he never made it. At tomorrow morning, Loretta made a phone call to police station and said her husband missing. She also dialed number to the publisher and said her husband missing, but the new book is done. She want to trade it for $30,000. Then she started to search the house and hoped to find Harris's new book. And she figured out Harris kept the book in the safe box, but it's locked. So she tried to find a way to open it, but she found nothing but a cigar box with a club address and phone numbers and a key attached to a picture frame. It seems like a key to public lockers. So she dialed the numbers, but one man answered the phone call and said, "You shouldn't call me." Then he was out. After that, Loretta decided to follow the clues to figure out what's the key for. Eventually, she opened a public locker and there was a package box in it. These things surprised her, how many things that Harris kept from her except for cheating on her. When she went home, local sheriff came to the home. But sheriff didn't figure out the case yet, but told Loretta that her husband was behind the bars before, and he knew a man called Irving Wallace. And the police was thinking this missing case was relevant to Wallace. After the sheriff left, Loretta thought she didn't know her husband anymore and opened the package she found in a public locker. After checking the stuff, she kept the package in a hole at the basement. The publisher didn't answer yet. But Kelly, the daughter of Harris, and his ex-wife and Kelly's boyfriend came to the home. She knew Harris finished the new book. It would bring a huge income. And she is about to get married, so she want to get money from Harris. Loretta decided to kill them both when she acknowledged they want to take money from her. So she killed Kelly when she was cutting Kelly's hair and seduced Kelly's boyfriend for murdering him. After these things, a demon came to visit Loretta and said he knew what had she done. Margaret is on the way. Before the demon left, Loretta asked him how to open the safe box. The demon said the password, the day your life out of control. As the demon said, Margaret came to visit. After a serious argument, the phone rang. Loretta went to answer the phone. It was the publisher. They said yes to Loretta's request to pay $30,000 for Harris's new book, and they would send a man to visit her for dealing with this thing. After the conversation, Loretta went back to Margaret, but she left. Not for a long time. A car parked at the yard. That was Chambers. The thing happened at the story's beginning. After Chambers left, Loretta went to talk over the deal with the publisher. But after the conversation, Loretta noticed the safe box had opened and the book was missing. She thought it must be Chambers. When she went to the hotel that Chambers was living, she found Chambers was dead and there was a letter on the table. Based on the latter, Chambers was hired by Wallace, but they didn't come for the book, but the package at the basement. Due to no clues, Loretta went home and she met a strange man at the home. He came for the package as well. Loretta got a chance to kill him and dragged him to the well. The man was not dead yet. He said he was hired by a rich family. Their daughter was missing. He was sent to kill the men who kidnapped their daughter. There were 3 people in the case: Wallace, Chambers, and Harris. and he had already killed Wallace and Chambers. Loretta said she had killed Harris, but she was not involved in the missing case. Then she killed the man as well. After these things, she went to Margaret. Of course, Margaret took the book away, so Loretta killed her as well. Finally, Loretta got the book and felt peace now. Loretta was sent to hospital, and because of the nail, she lost one leg for tetanus. And Loretta was sent to a psychological service. The doctor also told her she has syphilis. It must be Harris's fault due to he cheated on her before they left New York. After these things, Loretta reminded of she had a boy with Harris after ectopic pregnancy. Owing to syphilis, Loretta took medicines and the side effects made her always sleepy. And the boy was sick. He only soothes when he was immersed in water. One day, the boy drowning because the side effects came to Loretta. Because of these disasters, she lost her mind and accepted prefrontal lobotomy surgery. They are the reasons why these terrible things happened. But no matter what, they don't matter for Loretta anymore. Except for the multiple endings, this game also got several death endings. And each selection would cause the processes and endings different. And this story video is based on my experience, and I changed a bit in the timeline order for making it easily understand. Even though you have watched the video, I still recommend that everyone plays this game if you think it's interesting. Thanks for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe for more videos. See you next time.